Hey everybody, welcome back. Hope you had a good day today. Good day for me. I worked and then I went out for coffee with friends. Uh, let's get into what I wore today. I went with L'Odyssey pour Homme Sport by Issey Miyake. First things first, let's talk about this bottle. I really like this bottle. It's got I don't know if it's going to come across on the camera. Let's see if I can get different angles of it. But it's got this nice bluish gray, almost metallic tint, like you tint a window mirrored kind of finish. Really nice, really nice. The nice with the blue and everything. It looks sporty. It's the best way I can say it. So they fit the bill there. Uh, so let's just get right into it. Uh, how did I apply it? I went with three of my moisturizer, one, two, three, four, one on my chest, shirt on, a couple on my shirt, and one in each crink of the elbow. I didn't know if it was going to be strong or not. Izumiyaki's hit or miss. Board fragrances are hit or miss, so I went pretty heavy with it, and I'm glad I did because we'll get into performance in a bit. So what am I hit with first? I'm hit with a sharp, slightly sweet, bitter citrus combination of the grapefruit and bergamot that's in here. Um, but to me, a very sharp, almost cheap smelling citrus. Um, and although there's no aldehydes listed in this scent, it's definitely got a really good aldehyde kick. Uh, Again, very sharp, in your face, kind of cheap smelling aldehydic citruses. Some people say it's a sparkling citrus. I don't think so at all. Like I said, I think it's more just an abundance of aldehydes and cheap citrus. So I was a little put off by it at first. It's like, oh no. And but after 15, 20 minutes, that starts to calm down and you start to pick up on a nutmeg. Now, a fresher take a nutmeg. It's not the super, super spicy, loud nutmeg. It's a fresher take. It's still got this nutmeg smell, but it's fresher. And a nice soft leather starts to come out. And that's pretty much a little bit of that citrus is still left there. And it's a little bit of the fresh spiciness and leather. And that's kind of the whole scent until it gets to the base. And once you hit the base, um, still keeps a bit of the leather. The nutmeg's kind of gone and the citruses are gone. And the base is a slight woody vetiver and cedar wood combo. So a nice little woody esque base, you know. Um, so I'm hit or miss on this one. I'm not a fan of the opening. It reminds me of a lot of the cheap, bad 90s fragrances with the sharp citruses and aggressive aldehydes. And I can't explain it any better than that unless you didn't live through the 90s and get to smell a lot of cheap stuff. Not the stuff you're buying today. Like, I'm talking not even cheap, like, Cody stuff. I mean, cheap, like, there was stuff I don't even remember the names of that you'd go in and try at the store. They were like 10 or 15 bucks. Oh my God, no. Even then, you're like, no. And that's what it reminds me of. So unless you were there in the 90s and got to experience that lovely experience, uh, no, no. But like I said, it's only 15 or 20 minutes. And then it goes away, and you're left with, like I said, a nice, fresh, uh, soft, spicy leather and wood combo with a bit of ambroxan in the base, giving it a bit of in the mid and the base, giving it a bit of a fresh water like undertone. It's not an aquatic scent by any stretch. It's just freshening it up a bit more. Um, and that's pretty much the scent from start to finish, guys. So performance, my skin eats this shit up. I mean, destroys it. Some fragrances are like that. I've heard some people get moderate performance, good performance. I got pretty much horrid performance, actually. 3 hours max, and I might be being a little generous by a half hour or so by saying that. Uh, Now, it projects really good for about a half hour when the nasty citruses are popping off. Um, it's about an arm's length out there for about a half hour. Then it comes in and gives you a soft, weak uh, bubble. You're picking up slight whiffs of moss, but you're not leaving much of a trail or anything. And that's for about an hour. So, and then the last hour of it, it's a really soft skin scent, which is unfortunate because that's the best part of the scent, actually, with a little bit of that leather and that vetiver wood combo. But yeah, I mean, my skin destroys it. And if he's, oh, spray your clothes, I got about a half hour extra on my shirt. That's gone now, and I just put it on about 5 hours ago. I said I went out for coffee after work, get dressed, went out for coffee after work with a couple friends, and they didn't say anything, and normally they do. They're like, oh, what are you wearing today? I like that. It smells good. But not a thing, not a word. So it's not just me not smelling it and going nose blind to it. On me, it just doesn't, has very lackluster performance. But it does smell good. All that being said, it sounds like I'm hating on the fragrance, and I do wish the citruses were a little better in the top, and the performance was, 5 or 6 hours with a decent amount of projection. An hour or two would be nice. But the smell is okay. Like I said, it really, once some citruses die down, it smells perfectly fine. Relatively pleasant. It's just hard to smell from more than a foot away, and just doesn't last long. So yeah, no compliments at work again, because weekends whoever's working works by themselves because there's only boarding dogs there, and so yeah, that's it, guys. Peace, love, be good to each other, and be good to yourselves.